Okay, sixth graders, this video is to help you with question 5 on CR number 2. It says, write as decimals, then find the sum. So we have 3 3/5, 1 23 hundredths, plus 42 thousandths. Okay, first of all, to write your fractions as decimals, one strategy you can use is to have 3 3/5 rewritten as 3 and some tenths. Because once we have it written here as tenths or hundredths or thousandths, it's fairly straightforward on how to write it as a decimal. So let's go ahead and take 3 3/5 and rewrite that so that the denominator is 10. Well, 5 times 2 is 10. If you're going to multiply the denominator by 2, you must also multiply the numerator by 2. 3 times 2 is 6. So this number is 3 6/10. 3 3/5 is exactly the same number as 3 6/10. Now that we have it written as 3 6/10, we can think about our place values. We have the ones place, your decimal point, and then the tenths place. Oh. Well, that's not how you spell tenths. Then the tenths place. So 3 6/10 would be a 3 in the ones place. The and is your decimal point. 6/10 would be a 6 in the tenths place. So that's 3 6/10. All right. For 1 23 hundredths, rewriting that, we have the ones, tenths, hundredths place. Need to squeeze a D in there, the hundredths place. So we have 1 23 hundredths. Looks like this, 1 23 hundredths. The 3 will end in the hundredths place. All right. So 1 23 hundredths is rewritten as 1.23. Now we have to rewrite 42 thousandths. So I'm going to continue on my place value chart out to the thousandths place. So this is 42 thousandths. That means your last digit in that number has to end in the thousandths place. So if it's 42 thousandths, that 2 lands in the thousandths place. The 4 is in the hundredths, so we need a 0 in the tenths and a 0 in the ones place. 42 thousandths is this number here. So we have 42 thousandths. 0.042. Now that we've written them as decimals, we can actually go ahead and find the sum, which means to just add them up. When you're going to find the sum, you need to line up place values. So I'm going to line up my ones place, 3.6. So in my next number, I want to make sure that 1 is in the ones place. The 2 lines up right beneath the tenths place, and then the 3 would be in the hundredths place. Again, my next number, I have a 0 in the ones place, a 0 in the tenths place, 4 in the hundredths place, and a 2 over in the thousandths place. You have to line up your place values when you're adding decimals. Now, because this number goes out to the thousandths place, I'm going to just put a 0 here so that it's a placeholder in the thousandths place. It just makes my addition a little bit easier. So 3 6/10, I can put a 0 in the hundredths place, a 0 in the thousandths place. Just makes it easier to add these up. Drag down your decimal. 0 plus 0 plus 2 is 2. 3 plus 4 is 7. 6 plus 2 is 8. 3 plus 1 is 4. So your answer is 4 872 thousandths. 4 872 thousandths. Hope that was helpful.